second half of
I thought we played defense, and that was really the change of the two halves. We played defense and brought some physicality.
You gotta that defense, man. Like they allow the fewest points in the league in paint, and on the flip side, they allow the most threes. And when you see a team like that, like how does how do you kind of feel that out? Like because you want to get to the paint as a team. How do you kind of digest what they usually do with how they play y'all specifically?
Yeah, I mean we got really good players here, so you're not going to keep certain individuals out of the paint with how good of drivers we have, guys that play downhill, but at the same time, you got to take what the defense gives you. They gave us a lot of open threes, a lot of open opportunities. But I thought we were able to get downhill with our attacks, and as much as they hugged the paint, I thought we found ways to get crafty and get downhill.
What was the biggest turn? Like, what turned it around for you guys?
Just we had a talk, and we came out and we delivered on what we talked about.
PG, you guys seem to operate quite a bit out of the mid post, kind of inviting double teams and stuff like that. Is that a point of emphasis for you guys because teams will double team Kawhi in the mid post, you in the mid post? You guys have to work at that. Is that like an emphasis for you guys in games like this as well?
Yeah, I mean, plan is always to put two on the ball. They're gonna double Kawhi on the post possession. Then Kawhi is gonna create the offense for us.
Well, there was a possession there in the first half, I want to say, where I think Zoo collapsed on a Caruso drive and they kicked out to Vucevic for three, and I think Cal was pretty upset with lack of rotation there. I guess, big picture, like at this point in the season, is it tough to stay engaged on every single play like that? Remember some of those little things this late in the season, games 16.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, it's the NBA. Like, we're not robots. Things gonna happen. Plays are gonna break down. We're not gonna play perfect. It's just, it's just if you learn on situations like that not to do it in the same game. But it's gonna happen throughout. Whether we talked about it, whether we went over it, whether we game planned. The fact of the matter is, mistakes are gonna happen that we prepared for. It's just how can we? I think for us. Help each other. Like somebody may mess up, make a mistake, but how can the next person have that person's back? We just play from there. So I think that's the level that we got to get to, where not to say that we want to make mistakes, but if they do happen, it's not the end of the world. We can still save the possession.
You guys are playing a pretty heavy schedule here after the All-Star, a lot in and out of LA kind of games. Obviously, you guys still want that, the top seed and everything. You guys also want to stay healthy. How are you guys finding that balance? Is there anything you guys have kind of mapped out for the rest of the season as to how you kind of want to approach things?
I haven't. I'm just taking it one game at a time and working extremely hard to stay healthy and keeping my body in great shape.
How do you feel? Do you plan to play tomorrow?
I'm not sure. I'll talk to T. Talk to the staff, we'll see. Based off tomorrow.
You guys are one win away from the franchise's 13th consecutive winning season. So long as an active streak in the NBA. I believe the franchise only had 7 winning seasons before this streak. You guys have been so good with you and Kawhi and the era that came before it. Like, what does it mean for you guys? I know the end goal is the title, but to continually produce these high-level winning seasons over and over.
I mean, I think Clipper fans much rather, it continue to be a success after the regular season. I think they know what and how good the team is in the regular season, which is why so much frustration and heartache in the postseason because of the success that we've had in the regular season. So, you mentioned it. The team before I got here was exceptional, and we, when healthy, have been exceptional. Now I think it's just hopefully it's due for time to put it all together and make it mean something.
You and Carl are pretty close. Did you get a chance to talk to him about the injury?
Yeah, I talked to Carl.
Good spirits and everything?
Yeah, good spirits. He's not quite ruled out. but you know, he's taking it one day at a time as well. But his spirits are high. He's doing good. He was, you know, joking and laughing. So he's doing all right.
Well, you've done this for a year now, and some people got opinions on how that might affect how you play or how you approach stuff. Like, how's doing your show for a year kind of helped you or change how you look at things as a player and anything besides basketball? Really?
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's honestly probably got me more engaged with what's going on around the league and basketball in general, just because of the knowledge I want to have while on show and creating content. And I've mentioned before, it's therapeutic to get to talk about experiences and games and relaying and reliving situations. A lot of things we talk on the pod. Those are two of my closest friends that we don't talk about off the pod, and so they literally get an insight of what's going on the spot at that moment. So, it's just a different way of communicating with my friends and giving them an insight of, they know I've been doing this for a while in the NBA, but it still surprises them. We have those conversations on the set. And so it's been fun. I know people think, I should be in the gym 24 hours out of the day, but no one does that. I don't care who the greats are, who they've all had things outside of basketball. And so, I found the passion in the media space, and it's been working.
Thank you.